Good morning, Kipsters. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2020. Today, our objective is I can read words with long U spelled E-W, U-E, U, and U consonant E. First, Kipsters, I want us to take a moment and look at our independent practice Google slide from Friday. There are a few Kipsters that had a little bit of a struggle with antonyms. I think, Kipsters, I just want to remind everyone, make sure you are please watching the video in its entirety. So usually at the end of the video, I walk us through our independent practice and give you directions on how to complete it. Friday, our independent practice and our focus of the entire lesson was antonyms. Those are words that have opposite meaning. It's like small and large. Your assignment on Friday was to look at the word that's in the parentheses. That's a parentheses. That word, you're going to replace that word in the blank or in the box Miss McAfee provided for you with an antonym. So 18, if you notice, it says gloomy is the word that we're going to look for an antonym for. The sentence reads, lots of people go to the park on a day. So I'm not going to put gloomy. Gloomy is a word that I am going to find an antonym for. When Miss McAfee was thinking, what is a gloomy day? A gloomy day is cloudy, it's dark. So I want to find words that mean the opposite of dark, cloudy days. For me, the antonym was sunny. You could have also chosen bright. That is the opposite of a gloomy day. The sentence reads as follows. Lots of people go to the park on a sunny day. Sunny is the opposite or has the opposite meaning of gloomy. Let's look at 19. 19 reads last. Last is the word that we have to replace. What is the opposite meaning of last? We were first in line to get tickets for the show. I'm not going to put last again in the blank. I'm going to replace last with something that means the opposite. That's first. Then I look at 20. The word that I'm needing to find an antonym for is close. The weather is warm enough for me to, what is the opposite of close? Think open. The weather is warm enough for me to open my window. Alrighty, Kipsters, if you made any mistakes, that's okay. Remember, we're all learning. Some of you, I gave you notes on your paper, and if you turn those back in, thank you for going above and beyond. Now let's move into what is our lesson going to look like today. Today is day 1 of a new lesson. Today we're going to focus on the long U spelled E-W. We're also going to read, E-W says U. We're also going to read a decodable that has all of the different spelling patterns of U, also spelled U-E, U, and U consonant E. Today we're going to review spelling pattern. The spelling pattern that we're going to read or focus on in sentences and blending words is EW. We're going to blend words. We're going to read a decodable, and then we'll have independent practice of 15 minutes of Lexia. Kipsters, our phonics lesson video today is about 20 minutes. And then again, our independent practice today is Lexia time. All right, Kipsters. So as Miss McAfee said, the long U is spelled in several ways. Today, we're going to blend words and blend a sentence that really focuses on the spelling pattern of EW, says U. Let's watch the long U vowel story. Here we go.
Long U. Long U is amusing. She plays the ukulele and sings continually. U. Long U has a sense of humor. She juggles cucumbers and continues to sing. U. Long U has many regular shows. Her musical performances are most unusual. Help Long Yu sing her unique song.
You. All right, Kipsters, let's get back to our slides. Alrighty, let's start by looking at sight words. Kipsters, remember sight words are high frequency words that we're not going to spend time decoding. These are words that we're just going to see and be able to read right away. Take about 10 seconds and read these sight words on your own. Begin. Alrighty, Kipsters, did you notice one of our sight words has the U spelling pattern spelled EW? Alrighty. We're going to start with this word and work our way down. We're going to read it together. Here we go, Kipsters. 1, 2, ready, read. Few. 1. Are. Come. Great job, Kipsters. Let's move to blending words. Alrighty, so we're blending words that are spelled with the EW, but they make the long U spelling pattern or make that sound, long U. Alrighty, I want you to notice, where do you see the EW spelling pattern? Kipsters, did you notice that the EW comes at the end of each of these words? I did too. Great. I also want you to notice that there is a consonant blend in this first word. SP comes together and says sp. I also want you to notice in the third word that PH comes together and says f. I also want you to notice that there is an R-controlled vowel, UR, Now, Kipsters, take about 15 seconds and read the 4 words on your own. If you need more time, please pause the video. Begin. All right, Kipsters, let's read these 4 words together. Remember, if you make a mistake, that's okay. You can pause the video and go back and reread those words on your own. Let's begin. Spew, hue, nephew, curfew. How'd you do? You got it? Let's keep going. All right, Kipsters, now let's blend sentences. The first thing that we want to do when we are going to blend sentences is pull out those high frequency sight words. Take about 10 seconds and look for those high frequency words. Begin. Awesome. Did you pick out all of the sight words? Let's start over here. Ready? I've got the, is, a, to, a, of, the. Woo! There are a lot of sight words in this sentence, so it should be pretty smooth for us to read once we've picked those out. I also noticed that one of the sight words that we focused on this morning also has the U spelling pattern spelled EW. There's also 2 more words in this sentence, Kipsters, that have a U spelling pattern that's spelled differently. Do you know what those words are? See if you could take about 10 seconds and find the other 2 words that are spelled with the U spelling pattern. Awesome, Kipsters. Did you see monument? This long U is spelled with just a U. What about this word here? Tribute. U consonant E. Alrighty, Kipsters. Take about 15 seconds and blend this whole sentence on your own. Make sure you're reading as smoothly and fluently as possible. If you need more time than 15 seconds, please pause the video. Begin. Alrighty, Kipsters, let's read this sentence together. Ready? Begin. The monument is a tribute to a few of the brave citizens. Did you struggle a little with this word, Kipsters? That's okay. It's a multisyllabic word. It's got more than one vowel sound in it. And remember, these words could be a little tricky because all of the vowels don't do exactly what we think they're going to do. Citizens. Try that word, Kipsters. Citizens. Alrighty, Kipsters, now it's time for us to move into some reading practice. We will listen to and practice reading a decodable. As you read, I'd like for you to look for spelling patterns of long U. There will be some long U that is spelled in different ways that we didn't really focus on today, and then there'll be others that are spelled with the EW and says U. Alrighty, Kipsters. Take a look at the cover of this decodable. What does it look like to you? If you need more time to read the cover, please pause the video now. Awesome, Kipsters. Let's listen to this cover read aloud.
A Stroll on Mule Street by Edward Bricker. Illustrated by Mary Kernick Mass. Decodable Story 39.
Great. I wonder what this story is going to be about. I wonder if many of you will remember that we've read this story before. Let's begin. Kipsters, I'd like for you to take about 15 seconds to read page 18 on your own, maybe 15 to 30 seconds. Kipsters, if that's not enough time, please feel free to pause the video. Give yourself enough time to read page 18 on your own. Remember, we're pulling out any sight words, recognizing that not every U makes the long U sound. Some U's make a short vowel sound, Don't get tricked, Kipsters. Read page 18 on your own. Begin. How did you do, Kipsters? Let's listen to page 18.
Music from an alarm wakes me up. I see the sun. Is it time to get up?
Great job, Kipsters. Let's move over to page 19. I notice that there is a time listed here. Make sure you're not reading this as 7:35. It's 7:35. Kipsters, take about 15 seconds to read page 19 on your own. If you need more time, please pause the video. Ready? Begin. How did you do, Kipsters? Make sure as you're reading, Kipsters, that you pay attention to the punctuation that's at the end of the sentences. Let's listen to this part read aloud.
The huge clock on my dresser reads 7:35, but it's Saturday morning. A few more winks and then I'll get up.
Awesome. Let's look at page 20. Alrighty, Kipsters, as you read page 20, please make sure you pay attention. I see quotation marks, which means that someone in this story is speaking. Alrighty, Kipsters, take a little time. Read page 20 on your own. If you need more time, pause the video. Begin. Alrighty, Kipsters. How did you do? Let's listen to this story read aloud.
Dad is making breakfast as I walk in. Hi, cutie, he calls as he flips a pancake. Did my music wake you?
Awesome, Kipsters. Let's look at page 21. Again, I see quotation marks. Now there's dialogue happening between the dad and the daughter. Notice there's exclamation marks that are coming at the end of this sentence. What is your voice doing? How do you sound when you see or read an exclamation mark? Same here, there's a question mark. What is your voice doing when you read a question mark? All right, Kipsters, take about 15 seconds to read page 21 on your own. If you need more time, please pause the video. Begin. All right, Kipsters, how did you do? Let's listen to this story read aloud.
I made a huge stack of pancakes. Grab some. Thanks. Where are you going? I ask. To Mule Street to get a few things, he replies.
Okay, so it sounds like dad and daughter are going to Mule Street to get a few things. I wonder what things they have to pick up on Mule Street. Let's keep reading. Alrighty, Kipsters. Notice again, there's quotations, which means that there's going to be someone in the story talking. Pay close attention, looking for spelling patterns of long U. Take about 15 seconds to read page 22 on your own. If you need more time, please press pause. Begin. Alrighty, Kipsters. I notice in this story, Dad says, you'll need the fuel. Now, I don't think Dad is talking about giving his daughter gas, but what is a synonym or word that means a similar thing to fuel that makes sense? Oh, he's saying that this food is going to give them, the fuel is energy, right? Let's listen to page 22 read aloud.
Mule Street? Can I go too? Yes, replies Dad. But first, eat a few more pancakes. Mule Street is quite a walk. You'll need the fuel.
Great job, Kipsters. Let's look at page 23. This is the last page that we'll read today. We'll finish this decodable story tomorrow. Take about 15 seconds, Kipsters. Looking for sight words, words that are spelled with a long U spelling pattern. Don't forget to look for punctuation at the end of your sentences. Ready, begin. Remember, Kipsters, if you need more time to read, please pause the video now. Otherwise, let's listen to this story read aloud.
I finish eating more pancakes. Then I run to get dressed. What will I put on for my walk on Mule Street? My shirt with the red cubes.
Awesome, Kipsters. Like I said, if you need more time, you can pause or you can go back and reread this part of the story. Tomorrow, we'll finish the rest of the story, but let's get back to our slides so Miss McAfee can show you what your independent practice will be today. Alrighty, Kipsters. For independent practice today, Miss McAfee would like for you to spend 15 minutes of your time on Lexia. So after you finish watching this video, you're going to jump onto Lexia and spend some much needed quality time practicing those literacy skills. I know you noticed on Friday we shouted out a few Kipsters that are passing levels. Continue to do as much as you can to spend some time practicing your literacy skills. Alrighty, Kipsters, please have a wonderful Monday, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great Monday.